It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
So what's the secret, my friends? What is the secret? What secret I'm talking about is why is the Laurel Mall in Hazle Township succeeding as well as they're doing? Well, we're going to find out today. This is exciting news for everyone in northeastern Pennsylvania, but let's find out what the internal things are first and why, as we all read or know, that malls throughout the country, some of them are not doing that well. But the exception is the Laurel Mall here in Hazle Township, and I'm going to talk to the general manager of the mall and the operational manager. Correct? Did I say that right?
No, but it's property manager, but that's okay.
Operational. Lisa, I said, what is the secret? Okay, so first let's talk about, this is unique. We'll get into all of the details as to what you do for the community, etc. But what do you think the secret is?
Community. I really think the secret is community. Knowing one another here in our area, and really all the stores here meet the basic needs of the average person.
Well, what happened was, as you know, you hear the news about malls throughout the country, all right? And this is the good news. The Laurel Mall is the good news. Things happen for that reason. So some of the things that you do to make this a success.
We develop relationships with the tenants, and the customers feel very welcomed here at the mall. And like I said, it's all basically community.
As a manager, okay, of the mall, general manager, what are your duties and responsibilities?
My responsibilities are more behind the scene. I do a lot of the paper shuffling in the office and the customer service of the mall. There's a long list, I'm sure you don't want to hear it, but it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of customer service.
A little later we'll be interviewing the president, Alan of Lexington Realty, and he'll give us a complete detail as to what more behind the scenes, okay?
Right.
One of the things that I've always sensed is when you say community, there's a lot of things that you do at the mall throughout the years. And so as a manager, let's assume someone has an organization and they want to have a fundraiser or something. What do they do?
They usually contact either Rocco or myself at the office, and we set up a day and a time that they want to come. We'll have the tables set up for them. We'll advertise on the digital pylon sign outside of the mall. We put it on our social media and our website, and we actually even send memos out to our stores so that they know what's going on as well. Yes.
A little later on, you're going to be shocked, folks, when you know how many people are working here. Alan will give you that detail and everything that they have done for the mall. And I say, we come up here, as you know, quite frequently, and we're looking forward to opening up our TV station here. And we're thrilled about that. Rocco, excuse me, I'm going to talk to the boss now, I guess. Okay. Rocco,
right.
As you know, what is your function here?
Well,
I know Lisa's going to say nothing, but I want to know.
Well, no. Well, we don't want to say that. But as property manager, I mean, I work with the tenants. I oversee the property. I work with maintenance. I just make sure the property is in order, running. We deal with the marketing, the promotions. There's a lot. We deal with everything in the mall.
One of the things that always impressed me about the both of you is sometimes you don't want to go looking for trouble, but you go throughout this mall every day, okay? Yep. And if any tenant has any concern, any question, anything whatsoever, you're there. Your routine is making sure that you know what's going on.
Yeah, true. I'm out on the floor actually a little bit more than Lisa. As Lisa said, she does a lot of the paperwork shuffling. So I'm out on the floor. I'm talking to the tenants, the customers, getting their feedback. What can the Laurel Mall do for you? They paid, obviously the tenants, they pay the rent. So we try to, my job, I always say my job is to bring the people into the mall. It's their job to get them into their stores, but we work with them. That's the key. We work with every tenant. I'll walk around, talk to them. How was your sales? What could we do? Do you need this? Can we advertise better? So we get a lot of feedback. We work, it's a family. We call it the Laurel Mall family. And when new stores join as, You know there's some more stores coming, we're opening. Well, they're part of the Laurel Mall family.
I open up the show saying, what is the secret? Okay, because you and I have had many conversations on, you know, the way malls are going throughout the country. Some of them are doing well, but this mall, the Laurel Mall, through management, has been just absolutely doing great. Okay, so what do you think that secret is?
Well, I think the secret, and we touched on this last night with Alan, the secret is that Lisa and I, not only are we here in the mall, overseeing the mall, but we go out. We visit other malls, we visit businesses, we look at the whole area and what business can come to the Laurel Mall that, you know, that'll service our area, that will help our area. And, you know, back in January when, you know, you lose a Kmart and then this one closed, that one closed, all of a sudden there's stories going around the Laurel Mall is closing. Well, that's not the case, because now we're refilling those stores, and as Lisa just said this morning, it's new. It's something fresh now.
We're going to take, when Alan comes on after break, we're going to talk to Alan and take a little stroll as we're talking about the many things that are happening. But I mentioned to Lisa, so there are many organizations throughout the greater Hazleton area, and you reach out to not only here, but I mean, you're in Pottsville and Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, and surprisingly enough, okay, I know many years being a native here, people would say, well, we're going out of town to shop, okay? Well, those things have gradually been changing, because when you come here, this is like a destination point, okay?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so tell us about the exciting things that, you know, you guys internally are doing here at the mall.
We do a lot with the mall. Well, you see, like, we have the seating areas.
Love it.
We have the free Wi-Fi. We have charging stations, the play zone, which we're right here. We offer so much now with the new restaurants. We call it your place for shopping and leisure, and it is. And you touched on it. It's a destination. You could do a lot here at the Laurel Mall. You could bring your children. We have the rides. We have the play zone. We have TVs throughout the mall. We have the arcade. Lisa mentioned the arcade that we have. The new fun center down near where Kmart used to be. So there's so many things that you could do. You don't only have to shop. You could stop, have a glass of wine. The husband could watch a football game on a Sunday afternoon while the wife is shopping. There's a lot to do.
You know, that's the interesting thing, because sometimes, you know, you get up and say, well, what should we do today? Well, let's go up to the Laurel Mall, you know, and walk. And as I'm up here, and I said I'm looking forward to coming up here with our TV station.
Right.
The interesting thing is that, you know, I talk to people. I talked to a person last week when I stopped up here from Scranton, okay? Well, they've had to pass a couple of malls to come here, okay? And I said, what do you like about here? He says, it feels like it's warm, it's inviting. And that's the thing that I hear all the time. Do you hear the same thing?
Yes, we do. A lot of people say that it's inviting, it's a good environment. We just had a representative from Tyson Vending who was here that has our rides. And she said when she walked in, you could just feel the good energy. And that's what you want. You want this mall to feel good, because then the people feel good.
Yeah. Well, you certainly did a great job. And when we talked to,
thank you.
You keep up the good work. And I'm looking forward to many more events that we're going to be having up here.
Absolutely.
I know we have Halloween. The girls will be filming their show. I'll be here to talk to Santa Claus.
Santa Claus coming.
So many things happening. Folks,
Right.
I'm here at the Laurel Mall, and it's amazing what's happening here. For all of us who live in the greater Hazleton area, for that matter, northeastern Pennsylvania, as I said to you, you know, they expand down below Pottsville all the way up to Clark Summit, so we cover a lot of areas for the Laurel Mall. It's a destination point. So what about the internal things? We just talked about them, but what about the external things? What happens as management like Lexington Realty comes in? We're going to talk to the main man, Alan, and he'll tell us all the things that they've invested in here. And we'll take a little stroll as we're talking with Alan, so we can see some of the things that are going on here at the Laurel Mall. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. Remember, 24/7, you can watch all of our programs on SSP TV. And if you have not yet downloaded our app, I encourage you to do that. There are many, many shows locally and local neighborhood shows that are of interest to you, health shows, a lot of information on our app. Just search SSP TV. And the good news is, for those people who do not have cable, you should have cable, but if you don't, download YouTube, search SSP TV, and subscribe. For our Hispanic viewers, all the programs are translated for you in Spanish, so we try to cover all the areas. Now, we're here at the Laurel Mall. I opened this show saying, what's the secret of why this mall has been so successful? versus some of the disappointing news you may hear from other malls throughout the country. We talked to the managers, Lisa Arruzzo and Rocco Arruzzo. They gave their input. Now we have the main man himself, Lexington Realty International, president, no stranger to the Sam Lesante Show, and certainly, hopefully, a friend of mine, Alan.
Good friend.
Alan, nice to see you.
Okay, great to see you. Thanks.
I guess a word of congratulations. The last time you were here, you had a news conference, a press conference, and there was a lot of great things you had to say. But before we do that, okay, there are a lot of things that are involved in a mall that people who are shopping here don't know. So as we're talking here, I'm going to do a little stroll with you, Joe. Maybe people could see who's here. What are some of the things that Lexington has done in terms of investing in this area, investing in the mall, etc.?
What we've done at Lexington, primarily for the Laurel Mall, but we do this for all our properties, is we take a look as if this was our home. How would I like to see it? What would I like to do? I don't look at it as just an investment out in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, and I live, New Jersey. It's not like that. I live here. I just have different people running it for me. Rocco and Lisa, fantastic what they do. They run my home for me. What do I want to see in my home? When I come to my house, if my driveway is cracking, and I would replace the driveway because it's a safety hazard. It's not welcoming. If I saw that the house needed a power wash, I power wash my house. Whatever the situation calls for is what I would do at home. I do it over here. We went ahead recently, and through many complaints and obvious neglect to the parking lot over the years of use, we decided to invest $750,000 into redoing the entire parking lot. As one can go outside and see, we've heard many compliments. There are certain parts which we're going to be touching up, as space would become available, let's say further down by the Kmart spot. But overall, we did the entire parking lot, the strip center, this entirely repaved. Those complaints and the concerns that one may have for the parking lot not being in tip-top condition does not exist any longer. I find that you need to invite, and the first step to invite somebody in is make sure they're comfortable coming in. And since I've done that and redone the entire parking lot, believe it or not, there are many people who started coming, more people than came in the past. Stores over here are reporting record sales, in contrast to what malls are throughout the country, and we'll get into that shortly. Safety, I've gone ahead and I redid the entire exterior and interior parking lot, interior mall, exterior parking lot, and underground parking lot with brand new LEDs. It's now lit up, safe. It's everything that one can request for the one simple reason: safety and comfort. And those come first: safety, comfort, and appeal. And that's why I feel I would run my own home. That's why I run this property, this asset, and I owe it to the community, to the shoppers, to everyone who patronizes us to make sure they have a comfortable experience. I've taken Rocco and Lisa. Rocco and Lisa are not from New Jersey. They're from this area. I asked them to put them in the position to run the property. They have, which I thoroughly think is my success. In wars, a president can sit in Washington, but when they give the control to the general out at the place of war, that's where those people make those decisions. I leave the decisions here to Rocco and Lisa to make because this is their home. They'll come corporate to ask me, hey Alan, we need more of this, we need more of that, and I'll go ahead and discuss and see how we can do that. But most important from everything is that they run this property for us, do a phenomenal job. And I must say that the occupancy throughout the entire property, you're going to take a look around, is absolutely astonishing. Many people have asked us, Alan, what's with the corporate stores, regional stores, national stores on the smaller basis, the smaller space, smaller spots? Can you get them to come in here? That's the failure of malls throughout the country. They're focused only on those national stores. A lot of those stores are going out of business, and not at the particular mall level, but at the corporate level. Meaning, that if they're not going to focus on the community as a whole and filling the spaces that need to be filled with the local stores, then guess what? They're going to be holding on to vacancies for a while. We opened our eyes, we saw the reality, and we said the mall of 2000, the mall of 1990 is not the mall of 2018. And we're going to fill it up with the tenants that service the community, bringing a sense of excitement, bring a sense of relationship within the property, because everyone knows each other. There's a warmth in the mall, there's a friendship in the mall, and there's a family sense in this mall. And that's what I feel the success is in this property and any other property that I deal with. That is my dedication and commitment. I commit the major sin of real estate, and that's called getting emotionally involved in the properties. I do it again and again, and I'm proud of it.
With all that being said, okay, and people could see that, we're looking at the occupancy here, and I know that there are many local people that have retail spaces here and are doing well. Just basically, without Kmart, and I want to talk a little bit about what's happening with Kmart, how many people do you employ here?
We employ at the Laurel Mall close to 1,000 people throughout the year. That number will increase over the holidays, and that is without the Kmart. So it's about 1,000, it's a kind of city within a city. And this is 1,000 people that are employed throughout the year on a general yearly basis. Over the holidays, it's going to increase.
As I'm standing here and looking at some of the things here, I see all these beautiful lounges. Rocco alluded to it in the beginning. So what you've done here is dressed up the place. So, I see friends of mine sitting there and their wives are shopping, or their spouse or whatever, and they're just having a get-together. And some people come here every day just as a get-together. Is this a theme that, part of your warmth and part of your family motivation?
In my home, I have couches. In my home, I have a swing set in the backyard for the kids. At home, this is what I have.
Yeah.
Well, welcome home. I have over here furniture, comfortable furniture, updated, always never ripped, always furniture that would allow people to sit and relax, let the children play. People travel for 45 minutes, an hour away to go ahead and play at the play area. I have a play area, I have the seating area, we have the Wi-Fi. Whatever would attract one to come to a property is what we try to bring here. Safety, we have security over here. We try to be as generous as we can with security to keep the place a secure location. We try to go ahead and just keep everything the way you want to see it in your house. So yes, everything is here to service the community. Aside from that, we must mention what we give back to the community besides jobs.
Hold that thought. Folks, I'm talking to Alan Retkinski, who is the president of Lexington Realty International. Just a great company doing a great job, and a tribute to northeastern Pennsylvania. We come back, we're going to talk about much more about what a mall does. And how many of you who have maybe little leagues or involved with clubs, whether it's Helping Hands, whether it's cancer, whether it's the Chamber of Commerce, events that have to be held that generate income so they can survive, well, the Laurel Mall's here with, as they say, Helping Hands. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. We're on location here at the Laurel Mall. It's a tremendous opportunity for anyone to come here and just have a beautiful day to relax. It's a destination point. I'm talking to Alan Retkinski, who is the president of the main place, a main realtor management company, Lexington Realty International. And if you just tuned in, we show this show many times. Go to our website, SSP TV, or download our app, SSP TV, and you can see all the shows. Alan, before we went to break, you were beginning to say about what the Laurel Mall gives back. So let's talk about that.
What the Laurel Mall gives back, and what I find, again, my way of saying thank you to the community who allows me to conduct our business here, is we probably give in tune of $25,000 back to the community through events, through shows, through giveaways, through whatever the situation, whatever the type of event would call for. Normally we'd be charging people to do this. We don't charge them. We don't charge our city. We don't charge our people, for one thing, because it's our way of saying thank you to you for coming back and shopping at the Laurel Mall. Our success is dependent on you coming to be with us, and we want to say thank you. Not only that, I'm very, very specific. When it's up to me to do the work, I use local vendors. I don't need to bring in a vendor from out of state, from out of the area. I want to bring in the people to do, whether it's the parking lot, we use local vendors. Whether it's the LED lighting, we use local vendors. Whether it's whatever it may be, I'm here to go ahead and bring income to the families over here and thank them for being here to shop with us. We're here for you.
And exciting things here, folks. I mean, they're set in the mall right now, okay? Why don't you talk about the number of stores that you've opened and the things that are happening?
Very interesting question. And actually, if it was just almost a year ago today that we were announcing we were quite almost 100% full. Along came January and there was several stores that closed. People misinterpreted that and said, oh, there goes Laurel Mall. Laurel Mall didn't look at that as a downside. We looked at it as an opportunity. What can we bring now? Because if those stores are closing, apparently they were not doing so well. So what are we going to bring back into the mall, into the mall, into our neighborhood, into our home, that's going to service the customer? And we capitalized on that. I love what I do. And my fun and my happiness is to go ahead and bring other people happiness. We opened up a Salad Delight right over here, a brand new restaurant. The old restaurant was not as successful as they wanted it to be. Salad Delight saw the opportunity, they grabbed it, center court. They have a great, brand new, beautiful store. There was a space over here, vacancy. It wasn't a vacancy, but it was a temporary tenant. We put in the Chinese massage. As people are speaking now, the jeweler left. Yes, they did. Unfortunately, we lost them. But again, we used this opportunity. We took someone we have a local jeweler, which we'll announce shortly.
And you got a great one. You got a great jeweler coming in. It's going to be a tremendous asset to the thing.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's, again, let's go back to what I said before.
Yeah.
It's the local people who give the mall a lot of fun, who give the mall a lot of attention, and make it the home, happy, warm feeling.
Okay. So we have 2 minutes. What's happening with the Kmart?
Kmart, we actually have, at this point, we are trying to find the best tenants. We think that's going to be more on the national level, for the one simple reason that there are not that many 100,000 square foot tenants on the local level for us to put in there. We will, hopefully, we are in contact with 4 or 5 different retailers. If those work out, it'll be off the chart.
Now, quickly, the strip center.
Strip center, we had a great opportunity. There we went ahead and we put the Oldie, went ahead and expanded the additional 6,000 square feet. They should be opening by the end of October. Aside for that, we have a new restaurant coming in. Besides for the Bogarts that will be opening shortly, we have a new restaurant coming in over there. Aside from that, we have a medical office that's open there as well, bringing that to 100% occupancy as well. Let's not forget, brand new McDonald's.
Yes.
Let's not forget, brand new Taco Bell. It's all brand new. It's happening. It's pumping. There's life here. Come shopping.
And the biggest thing is when SSP TV brings their TV station here.
Oh,
that's going to be the biggest thing.
That is our hope.
We're excited about it. As you know, we get thrilled, and we always appreciate the business that give to local television. And fortunately, we were able to expand in all the different areas with our cable system. So we hit about 250,000 homes right now, and hopefully it's something that's bringing people in. All I could say, Alan, is congratulations and keep the good work.
And may I end up with one thing?
Yes.
Welcome to our family.
Thank you very much. Alan Retkinski, folks, he is the president, real nice person. In fact, all of the people that are involved with Lexington Realty are excellent people. And remember, it's a destination point. If you've been here and you know what it's about, if you haven't been here lately, come on up and you'll enjoy yourself. This is Sam Lesante. We're on location at the Laurel Mall. We'll see you next time.